Hey, what's going on, Full Tube? So before I get to the topic at hand, I just want to explain something, and I want to make an announcement. My video that I had initially had trouble uploading on my alternate platform that all of you who regularly watch my channel should know about has finally been uploaded. It was uploaded yesterday evening regarding Stephen Paddock and how he relates to this fallacy that the Black Swirl Nation feminists are trying to push, this false narrative that they're trying to push about white men being better than black men or somehow more civilized. Because as we know, this guy that did what he did in Las Vegas was not only a white man, but he was financially well off. By many accounts, many news reports are saying that at some point, I don't know if that was true in the current before he did what he did, but at some point he was a multimillionaire. He owned several properties, and he is what a lot of these gold digging females of all races would consider a good catch, a good provider. And yet the dude was a complete kook. So that video, that hard-hitting content is now available on my alternate platform, explaining the reason why it took so long between the time that I had announced that I had put hard-hitting content up and, the content actually being up is because currently right now, from my understanding, BitChute is experiencing some type of technical difficulties where you cannot upload directly to the site. You can only upload through the coding. They have you put like this special code in for your YouTube channel's ID on that platform, and it automatically identifies your YouTube channel, and any video that you upload on YouTube is automatically uploaded on the alternate platform. So it took me a while to realize that I couldn't upload directly to BitChute, so I had to do it the other way. So yeah, I don't know how long that glitch, I don't know how long they're going to have that technical difficulty, but that is the reason. That explains the disparity between when I told you guys the content was out and when it finally came out. So, as usual, if you need the link for the hard-hitting content, shoot me it. But those of you who regularly watch my shit, you should know where to go. I don't have a huge audience, so, there's only a handful of y'all that actually watch my stuff with frequency. You should have my alternate channel bookmarked by now. Anyway, that aside, this is also going to be a promotional video for the topic of the title at hand. For those of you who can recall, about 3 weeks ago, somewhere between 3 and 4 weeks ago, there was this story that went viral regarding this Chicago area teenager by the name of Kenneka Jenkins that was found dead inside of a hotel freezer up near O'Hare Airport in north suburban Rosemont, Illinois. It was later revealed that she had been at a hotel room party with a bunch of other black juveniles, for lack of a more wanting term, here on YouTube. And they were partying hard. There was drinking, underage drinking, drugs involved. And she was seen stumbling out of the hotel suite and stumbling and bumbling around in the hallways. And she made her way off of an elevator. And the last camera showed her stumbling into a kitchen. But the story was blown up in social media larger than it should have been. And the black sector of social media was trying to make it seem like the other little miscreants that were with her had set her up to be sexually assaulted and murdered. When it all came out, it turns out that she stumbled into the freezer after being highly intoxicated. She also had some type of prescription drug in her system, and the autopsy results are now in as of what she died of. And what she died of, as I and the smart people, the intelligent, civilized black people and other people already knew, which was hypothermia. Basically, she froze to death. But they did say that drugs, there was a certain other drug that was that contributed to her, inability to be able to navigate and, intelligently dictate what she was doing and where she was going. It was a prescription drug that was not prescribed to her. Strangely enough, the drug that she was on was it was a drug that was used to treat patients with epilepsy, which makes me believe that inside that hotel room party, those kids were probably having what a certain party that I've heard before called a farm party. And I don't mean farm as in like cornfield. I mean farm as in like pharmacy. PHARM. This is a term that became popular in the late 90s and the early 2000s, mainly in upscale white communities where white kids would get together and they would grab all of the prescription medications out of the different houses where they lived, usually with parents or a guardian. They would steal the prescription medications. They would take it to this one single house party, and they would pour all of the different medications into a single bowl, a relatively large bowl or container, and they would just start, popping pills, not knowing what the fuck these pills were. It's really a wonder. I tell you, with the amount of stupid shit that young people do, no matter what the race, it's really a wonder most of them live to see adult age. I'll be completely honest with you. I mean, I remember some of the stupid shit I did when I was a little kid, putting batteries in my mouth and I used to put when I was like 6 or 7 years old, I used to put like spent bullet casings in my mouth because I liked the way the copper tasted. It was really a wonder I didn't get lead poisoning or some shit. I mean, I used to do I drank a whole thing of corn oil once. I ate like half a bottle of Tums. It's truly a wonder. It's truly one of my girlfriends told me that her and her friends, they had drank rubbing alcohol once. It's a wonder that more kids don't die before they reach the age of 21 because they do some stupid shit. It's a combination of just being, curious, like Curious George, when they're really young, and, just being socially devious and, wanting to do what they see their friends do, the whole peer pressure thing. It's a wonder. It's stunning that the amount of young people make it to even 18 years of age that do. But anyway, now that the autopsy results are out, you know I cannot let these, what word do I want to use? African Americans that were on social media making a big to-do and just, like the little boy that cried wolf, like smoke and mirrors, just creating shit out of thin air that didn't exist. You know I can't let that fly. You know what I gotta do. You know what I'm gonna do. So, in addition to my video about Las Vegas and Swirl and how it relates to Swirl Nation, the Las Vegas Massacre, and how it relates to Swirl Nation, I have hard-hitting content regarding the results of Kenneka Jenkins' autopsy results being out. If you want that video, you know what you need to do. Send me a comment, send me a request here, and I will shoot you the link either directly or in the private message box of your YouTube account. Thanks so much for listening, and talk to you later, guys.